U.S. stock futures are looking at a slightly higher open. This does come a day after a very choppy session. Now, on Wednesday, U.S. indices closed lower, pressured by the Fed's negative comments regarding the equity market. Shares in the banks, automobiles and components, and food and staples, as well as retailing sectors, lost momentum. And in the previous session, the ADP employment was released, and that report showed that the private sector added 263,000 jobs in March. Also, the market U.S. services PMI fell to 52.8, and the market U.S. composite PMI declined to 53. And the ISM non-manufacturing composite index fell in March to 55.2. And finally, the Fed Reserve released their minutes showing their intention to begin trimming the central bank's $4.5 trillion balance sheet later this year. As for decliners as well as advancers in the previous session, 65% of S&P 500 constituents traded lower yesterday. And in after-hours trade, Bed Bath & Beyond reported fourth quarter diluted EPS of $1.84 from $1.91 a year ago, and this was on net sales of $3.53 billion. The company boosted its quarterly dividend to 15 cents per share. And MGM Holdings is taking full ownership of pay television network Epix. MGM is buying out partners Viacom and Lionsgate Entertainment in a deal worth over $1.03 billion. In terms of earnings today, we have Constellation Brands and CarMax reporting results. And looking at overseas markets, Asian markets were mostly lower today. The Nikkei off minus 1.4%, the Hang Seng down 0.5%, and South Korea's Kospi losing about 0.4%. Meanwhile, European indices are mixed on Thursday. As for the S&P 500 here in the U.S., on an intraday basis, the downside does prevail. Short positions are preferred by trading central analysts below 23.52 with targets at 23.34 and 23.28 in extension. As for the Nasdaq, it is under pressure on an intraday basis, and for the Dow and Industrials, the downside does prevail.